Came back from MMA. My cheek here's a little bit red. Eye here's a little black, if you guys can see. And I love it. People say self-improvement is not fun. People say that self-improvement sucks and is boring, but I don't get it, right? And I think they're going about it the wrong way. They think whenever you want to improve yourself, right, and you want to better yourself, you have to like cut everything out and only do like weird good habits, right? People think that, let's say you start self-improvement, right? You cut out any tasty food, you cut out your phone, you cut out anything fun in your life, and all you do is go to the gym, work on your business, and study, and that's it. That's not what self-improvement is. Or, maybe some people take it that way, but that's not the way you should take it, right? Now, okay, then the problem comes in where it's like, okay, what do I do then, right? Everything that's fun seems to be bad, right? I can't go on my phone, I can't watch movies, I shouldn't, eat whatever I want. So what do I do, right? And my answer to that is very simple. I mentioned doing, like MMA, right? My cheek and whatever, right? That is a habit or a hobby, right? That's good for me, right? Keeping me, and, healthy. I learn how to fight. It's just a good skill to have in my life. Whatever, something happens, something goes wrong, I have that kind of protection, right? That's a good but fun hobby, right? Every single time I go, I'm happy. I put my effort in. I'm happy. I did all the good things, right? I exercise, which increase like dopamine, serotonin, whatever. Testosterone increased. My mentality is increased, kind of like meditation. So it's very healthy for me, right? But it's also very fun, right? Or let me show you guys this one thing. Right here is a guitar that I bought, right? That habit right here, right? It's so fun to me. I love music. I love playing music. I love listening to music. I love everything about music, right? Whenever I play it, it's fun, but it's a habit that, whatever helps me like, become happy, clear my mind a little bit, something to practice on. But on top of that, it's like a transferable skill that I could work on, right? Whatever. Let's say we're at a campfire, I'm working on guitar, whatever. And then, there's a guitar, right? It's a nice real life ability I could do that's fun, right? It doesn't harm me, whatever. It's fun. Another example is cooking, right? I love cooking healthy food. I just love cooking in general, right? It's again a fun skill to have that you could work on that will help you in real life, right? So whenever people say, what do I do then? There's a bunch of habits you could do that are productive while still being fun, right? Example, video game is not a habit that's fun and, well, it could be fun, but it's not productive, right? So you'd want to cut out something like a video game and do a sport instead. It gives you like the same sense of like grinding and same sense of like kind of like brotherhood, Whenever you hop on like a Discord call with like 10 guys playing, a certain video game, you could hop on the field with 10 guys playing a sport, right? Kind of fulfills that need for like status and brotherhood and whatever. Or like let's say, like you like eating junk food, right? So you get really into like, really into cooking, right? And you learn about like spices and, cayenne pepper and like white pepper and what, seasonings to use and how much, whatever. Healthy eating becomes good, right? It tastes good through the skill of, through the skill of cooking, right? So try to find habits that you already have that are bad and try to find solutions or fixes to them or, convert them into a good habit, right? So I know everybody has that one habit that they're thinking of that like they know it's bad for them, right? Like let's say you're like a video gamer, right? Let's say you do video games for like, I don't know, like 5 hours a day, right? Okay, what can I do to convert that video game into something that I like more? Again, sports could be an example, right? Or let's say you watch a lot of content, right? You're on like, YouTube or TikTok, whatever, right? You could do like, a fun side thing of like making your own videos, right? Like what I'm doing right now. Or side thing of like editing videos or whatever. You could have some kind of niche that you could, have based on the habit that you already do, if that makes sense. And, say with a video editing idea, you could make money or, it could just be a fun pastime that could be helpful in your career. Let's say you could be like a graphic design kind of guy, or there's a bunch of different things you could do with a habit that's in real life, right? So again, self-improvement is not not fun. It's just you're going about it wrong. You have the wrong mentality, right? The good way to do it is do the core, good habits, meditation, journaling, gym, growing your business, but add like spices to your life, right? Like the guitar for me is like as if, I don't know, say it's like a pot of cooking, right? The guitar is like cayenne pepper, right? Me, doing these videos, whatever, black pepper, right? Me reading, a little extra spice, all the MMA, whatever, I don't know, another, let's say coriander, right? Whatever. And after all these, like, nice habits that you do, your pot will become flavorful, right? And so will your life. Once you do all these nice habits and drink the soup of life or whatever, it'll be fun, it'll be nice, right? Going out with your friends is nice rather than calling, on Discord, right? Doing all these in real life things rather than offline things or things that directly do not benefit you is fun. And you look back at it, you look back at your season of grinding, or you look back at a couple years ago, you'd be like, oh, I used to suck at guitar, now now I really like it, people compliment me on it. You'll be grateful that you did it while still having fun. So that's the way you should go about it. And yeah, see you in the next one.